own Vince Cellini is a Cleveland native, and he has lived the frustration of all the heartbreak in pro sports in the city of Cleveland. Now he takes us through a title drought that goes back to the mid-'60s.
Where are you at with the finals? We're going to the phones.
I'm just so sick of the national media painting us as losers.
I'm not going to be devastated if they lose, because they're not supposed to be here. I am all in. This is like a Disney movie with him coming back. You can't tell me this wouldn't be one of the greatest stories in sports ever.
How did this happen? How did words on paper become a journey of hope for an entire city? It absolutely has, and this may be a month of June unlike any other in Cleveland sports history. LeBron James and the Cavs are positioned to scratch a 51-year itch.
And there it is, the obligatory Cleveland hasn't won a major championship since 1964 when the Browns beat the Colts, blah, 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 blah. Yes, they get it. But if you think that defines a Cleveland sports fan, then you really are an outsider. Because if you grew up here, you know it's never been about the failures, it's always been about the fight.
I guess you might say it's a blue-collar town. They take ownership of their sports teams. They support them. A lot of times when you're down, they're there. When you're up, they're there.
Our battle scars are about this thick. We don't need anyone's pity.
Rizzo is a sounding board for locals who wear those scars as badges of honor. For sports fans here, it means you're invested. You have endured and fought through adversity for yet another shot at glory. That goes for former Cleveland athletes as well, like Ernest Biner, whose miscue in the 1988 AFC Championship game is forever known as the fumble.
Understand that, everybody does fumble, basically. Everybody makes mistakes, but you have an opportunity to have some redemption. It has been some hardships there. I lived it, the fumble, the drive, red right 88. So I've been through it with the fans and understand how their heart is definitely ready and set to get a championship.
In fact, the Cavs team has adopted many Cleveland qualities, like hard work, a no-nonsense approach, and that word that LeBron often uses, sacrifice.
Since I've been here in 1970, there's been a lot of adversity that they've had to fight through and keep their heads above the water, and now they're starting to see the city blossom. Good things are happening for the city.
There's a general excitement. It's all people talk about from the time they get there to get their coffee at 6 in the morning on the golf course to the leagues at night when they're finishing up. It's what's going on with the Cavs, checking their phones constantly.
Sports anchor John Telich is the dean of Cleveland Television, a local product who's covered sports here for 35 years and actually attended that 1964 NFL title game while in high school, thinking at the time it would be the first of many sports celebrations.
They look at our sports population and think, woe are they. These people, what have they had to deal with? But they don't understand. This is a tough, hard, gritty kind of a city, and that's the type of people that we have.
The absence has made the heart grow fonder. We want it more than we did 20, 30 years ago. No one ever thought it would take over 50 years to get a sports team championship here again. 2 generations of people in Cleveland have never seen a championship parade.
In a place where being a diehard fan can be as unforgiving as the January winds off Lake Erie, the dream continues. And perhaps LeBron James is Cleveland's modern-day Jim Brown.
Well, LeBron is a tremendous human being. I don't compare him to myself or anyone. He stands alone. He has great wisdom for a young man. Great team player, unselfish, and then to come back to Cleveland because that's home. It's just a wonderful thing to watch, because you don't see that kind of unselfishness in today's athletes in general.
Clevelanders have long considered themselves to be either East or West Siders, but now they meet in the middle, all in, if you will. An underdog city pulling for its underdog team. It's like LeBron wrote in his essay, what's most important for him is bringing one trophy back to Northeast Ohio. It's the one they've been waiting and waiting for.
Vince, well done, my friend, and good luck in these finals. Take a look at the total seasons since the last championship among the 4 major professional sports, and Cleveland is atop the list by a mile. 143 seasons without a chip.